my phone's charging. I don't know why it's losing battery. Yeah, stop stressing. Reversing a level 1. That means these skulls will take 2 shots to kill. We shouldn't rely on this strategy, but we're going to use that knowledge to our advantage. He used all of his troops right there. Oh, but he arrowed. Excuse me. God, if I had a fucking baby dragon. Alright, this guy's not too bad, I have to give him credit. But alright, we're gonna go back into that. And I'm gonna explain each of the moves that I did. I'm at 2%. Fuck, I can't even really lay down. Oh, I'm just kidding. Alright. I'm at 10 elixir, so in avoiding of wasting time, see as I'm at 6 while he's at 10. I'm at 7 while he's at 10. But I just used 5 elixir. Alright, he just spammed all of his troops at once there. So I was under the assumption that he didn't have a spell. My fucking fault. I forgot that he's a level 1 king player, too. He's gonna keep the 2 spells you're given. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I don't know what I was thinking there. So, he responded to my giant with a baby dragon for any swarm that I might use for a witch. Basically, at this level, it can't be countered by fireball. A witch is kind of useless to it. The minions die in 1 hit. This fucking level difference, like, making epics starting at 6, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Like, it provides such a level disadvantage to level 1 king players. The point of it is so that It just starts there because it's harder to level up because of the toughness it is to obtain those cards. But it it should just be 1 through like 5 or whatever for legendaries. 1 through 8 for epics, I guess. 1 through I think it is what, 12 or something for rares and 13 for commons. I'm not sure on the last two, but I'm pretty sure commons are 13 before anyway. But we're gonna counter that with a fireball to weaken it. I should have placed it more in the center because I should have expected that he was gonna transform it. Now the reason I placed the hunter so far back is because it does 52 damage each bullet, and both of them were at low life thanks to that fireball I sent earlier. So I knew that just a couple of taps from each of the bullets would kill both of them with a widespread area. So he's gonna wait until it's at the other side probably. He's gonna see if I'm gonna support it. So he used the fireball when he noticed I was just gonna leave it alone. He traded off even with 4 and 4 elixir. Now, you should never place something close to the hunter. That'll happen. Should have done something about that skull army, but I had nothing to do. Now, at this point, both of us have taken very little damage. So, I'm just going to keep with my strategy, except I'm going to send a tank in, put support behind it. I'm going to steal his strategy of combining the witch and hunter, because not going to lie, I should have been doing this before. Overpowered area spam is... overpowered area damage is quite a useful thing to have. That's why he uses the baby dragon too. I was really hoping the hunter would turn, but I fucked up by sending the witch out in front. That placement was the reason why the hunter didn't turn and the witch didn't live. Those minions would have been gone by now. And I probably could have gotten 2 or 3 more hits in with that giant, maybe even killed the tower. However, now I'm just going to make sure that baby dragon is countered by the witch. And I'm going to send in basically all the heavy hitting and tank troops that I can. I sent the fireball in there to do some damage to the tower, but a common strategy to do is to send a troop out, and because you're aware that people swarm, you can send out an arrow while the troop is walking to the tower, just as a cautionary sake. But yeah, this ends my tutorial, guys. I hope some of these hints help out even possibly new players to the game, and experienced players who are just looking for a challenge to do, so they made themselves be a level 1 king. If anything, let me know what I should do better in the comments below. If you have any videos that would help me out, help me help you guys out. Such a weird way of saying that, but please let me know. I'm admittedly not the greatest player to follow off of, but something I will say is to make your own decks, don't copy off of line. And just try and be creative with what you do. Try and develop your own playstyle. Like, you don't want to, like, yes, you might want to inspire off of other people, like say, ooh, I like this. So I might play this one card that he played. Like, I saw somebody play the Giant Skull one day, and its death destroyed my entire heavy swarm. Things like baby dragons, P.E.K.K.A.s, I had like a skull army in there and I don't know, a couple other things, maybe a prince or knight or something. But it killed all of it because as the giant skull was doing damage to some of my troops, it was lowering their lives, and that death bomb, it completely blew up the rest of my troops. And the way he placed his giant skull right in front of his tower, knowing that my troops would stop at the tower before they got any damage in, though the bomb would explode. So this is a strategy that I commonly use, but things that I try to avoid because I find them coward-like. The the golem for one. All you have to do is just send it out, put some support behind it, maybe a baby dragon and a witch off to the right side of it a little bit, but still behind it, and get some skulls going in front of it while keep spamming. The towers will be going for the skulls one by one as the golem is getting untouched by the tower. And when it gets there, all it has to do is, like, all you have to do is just watch it happen. You don't really do anything. It's just so frustrating to see people play a game like that and think it's actually enjoyable. And the second and third thing I would say that are the most cowardly in this game is the Royal Giant. Uh, it, it's it's just don't use it. Like, it's so easy to just touch up a little damage on that tower that's right in front of you. You just don't use it until the end of the game where you have like maybe 400 or 500 hit points left on the enemy tower. No matter what I summon out, even if it was a ready to shoot Sparky, the highest hitting thing in the game, or Skull Army, it'll take about a good 7 seconds for that thing to die. And by that time it's done 2 hits. It does like 250 something damage per shot. By then you've done 500 damage in just a couple of seconds. It's ridiculous. And then the third thing is Expo. God forbid this one. All you have to do is send an Ice Golem after using it. Maybe a Hog Rider to push troops backwards and have them chase the Hog Rider. Maybe an Inferno Tower on the right of it to protect it from heavy troops. And once you have that out there, all you have to do is just keep defending it. And it just... the goal isn't even trying to target the tower at that point. It's just trying to make your Expo live. So, for God's sakes, those 3 cards, just don't use them. Like, you can do well with them, yes, but you're a pussy if you use those. Have to admit. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. My first successful tutorial without the background music interfering and all. Anyways, peace.